week.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the final spoilers video. Now, we were waiting for the database to be released. Looks like the English site hasn't done that well at all. So we're going to be going through the Italian database, which has English translations on it.
And there's a decent chance, it sounds like, that the English database just might not update, period, ever again. So, if you guys...
I would say, which Jeff is the one who said that, who has been saying that pretty much for some time now, that you still think they're going to update the CR, the database, the ban list? Like, those people are gone.
Yeah, and so that'll be interesting to see if hopefully they release the cards at least on Facebook so that the Force of Will database, the one that the community run one, can put the cards in the database in English. Otherwise, you guys are going to have to do what we're doing, which is go to the Italian website and hit Google Translate on the page.
It actually goes beyond that. The database needs it, Lackey needs it, Untapped needs it. So everything that wants to use English cards to playtest with is going to need it, or else we're all going to be using Italian cards when we start playtesting on things like Untapped or Lackey.
That's true. Or use crappy scans.
Yeah. One thing I want to go ahead and point out right now, spoilers. Arwen isn't in the set. I'm just going to say that right now.
Oh, yeah.
And to the comments we had on our podcast are like, you're wasting your breath talking about this. We had Jeff back when they fixed the time spinning witch issue. We don't have Jeff anymore. You guys think we're going to get a million reprints of Arwen just to send to the stores like they did with time spinning witch? No.
And that aside, real quick, I just want to say I'm fucking caught this when the card was first spoiled. I was like, they're those little, but even if the Star Wars is like, oh, no one plays it, it's everywhere, it's $1 per card. I guess that's still high. Let's say 50 cents per card or whatever. The point is, if you don't want the company to get in this habit of like, oh, we can start locking cards behind paywalls and not just like a normal buy a box. Buy a box you could maybe get away with just because you're guaranteed it. It's not up to the distributors. It's a lower paywall, and buy boxes tend to flood the market pretty easily. You could almost get away. I still wouldn't be happy about it, but you could get away with that. But the buy 2 box not only is a double paywall block, but now it's also up to the distributors, which can hoard it. And outside of this card, it means that the company, if no one complains about this, not that the company would listen, but there's a tiny chance they could listen. And but if they think people like this, then they can do it like with every set and with decent cards like this one. That's
even in a scenario where distributors aren't hoarding it. You can sugarcoat it all you guys want in the comments below, but it's going to be an expensive card going forward, especially if it sees playability. If not, then it'd be a crap card. It's another promo. But we're definitely pumped and excited. We didn't do normal intro stuff. But if you guys are excited about the cards we do look at tonight, make sure to visit Happy Little Hug Factory. You guys can visit them in the link in the description below where they know we'll send you over to pre-order that new box, or keep an eye out in the next few weeks for their singles that go up on sale.
Yeah, singles and their buy list. I'm pretty excited to start dealing in some of these single full arts.
Okay, this is going to be a long one.
And also, there's the new thing with our the magnetic playmat from Play DKP. The new thing is, if you just the link in the description just goes to their website, and you just use the code TCG at checkout, and that not only lets them know that we sent you over, but it gives you 5% off. So if you want that cool, unique magnetic playmat, easy portability, able to play outside in the wind and all that stuff, just make sure to visit their website and use code TCG and get 5% off and help us out and them. But yeah, let's get into this.
Are we gonna do the normal order, Colin, Joey, myself, that we did last time?
Sure, Colin, Joey. Yeah, that works on my screen.
All right.
You're gonna have to tell me what cards to do though. Just say what number card it is.
1, 3, and 4 on this line. I'm sorry, 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4.
So first up, we got Ancient Lunar Dragon. So this is a 4-cost 8/8 dragon, and it has flying, and it gains +4/+4 if you control a moon. Interesting. It's terrible, but it's interesting.
Are you using like auto translate through the browser?
Yeah, I'm using Google Translate.
Moon Dragon.
What?
Ancient Moon Dragon.
What did I say?
You said lunar.
Well, okay, it's like there's like an English side and then an Italian side. And
But the Facebook group recommended using Google Translate because they messed up, or some of the, not that they messed up, but some of the translations are wonky, and Google does a better job than they did translating. So that's why I'm using Google Translate. But
okay.
We'll Oscar, if you use that one, we'll cross-reference and that'll work good.
Okay.
I'm just using what's built on the page.
This is great. I love this.
4 costs, 8/8.
It sucks.
Yeah, so this card's bad.
It's not great at all.
Next up.
So we're on 2, right?
Yep.
Arcana Collector. It is a 1 cost, 300. This card gains +4/+4 in barrier as long as you control 4 or more light magic stones.
That's cool.
I like this. Yeah, I like this. It's almost like the other way rabbit, where it has Rune 2 +2/+2 and flying. It's like a 1 cost, potentially 7/7.
It kind of reminds me in a sense of Red Riding Hood, where it's just sort of an averages card that you put in, and then once you hit 4 stones, all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's a 7/7 with barrier. If it's already on your field, or you're dropping these 1 cost, like pretty decent sized dudes for especially the price you're paying. So that's actually really good. Especially for a common, that's going to be bonkers and limited.
Yeah.
Next up is Ballista Warrior. It is a 6 cost, 7/17. At the end of your turn, recover this card.
Sorry, there's the card. 6 cost, 7/17 at the end of the turn. I don't like it.
No,
it's pretty.
I like having the highest stat. 17 is higher than we usually get, so that's cool, and the art's kind of cool. But the 700 attack and the recovering is like okay, like you swung for 700. That doesn't do a whole lot usually, and then you blocking is cool, I guess. But it's got not for 6 cost with the amount of removal we currently have. It's not great.
Did we do Ares? I didn't know we'd spoiled them.
Oh, you know what? They spoiled it in English, but we didn't do spoiler videos, I guess, during that week because it was too inconsistent.
Oh, yeah.
So, I was like, I have not seen this guy's abilities at all.
Yeah, it's been spoiled. I guess we can go over that too if one of you guys want to read that.
Yeah,
I can. Okay. Or Colin's next. So.
It's Ares, God Emperor. I don't know what the rest is. Oscar, what's the rest?
Night God Emperor of the Burial Grounds.
Okay, cemeteries, I see. It's a 10/8, 4 cost. Deity, I assume?
Deity, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's my translation skills in my head. Enter, produce 2 light will and other light resonators you control gain +2/+2. As long as there are 4 more runes revealed in your rune area, they get +4/+4 instead. So this is pretty interesting. So it's essentially a 2 cost.
Yeah, no, I thought it was not bad. In spite of how Joey sounds about it, because like I played Brunhild, and like if I was dropping this instead of say Mistletoe, I feel like I'm getting a little more used out of it. Like just to throw it into the field without depending on it swinging that turn to get its benefits like Mistletoe needs, instead of just dropping this in. All of a sudden, my like March Hare and the Were Rabbit Girl are buffed, even if it's just +2 for now or +4 later. Which odds are it's gonna be the +4 by the time this is being played.
So I just want to mention like 2 things. Like I have had this kind of conversation before with a con. Like you can't just say like, oh, this is essentially a 2 cost. It's still a 4 cost. It still comes down like turn 4 and stuff. And also like Oscar.
No, Joey, we're about to be in the post AOA era. No 4 cost happen turn 4 in light decks anymore.
That's actually. But you also wouldn't be dropping this like instead of Mistletoe, but I think it's really good. I think it's got a lot of the same kind of ramp potential that all the other light has been building towards.
I think it'll be played more than Mistletoe because like the last competitive event we had with one of the top 8 lists, it didn't even have Mistletoe anymore. Instead, just went with those resonators that swung in like.
I can see potential. Like you create a light deck that's just all about pooling wills. So you have all this will production. You run maybe acolytes, the tree, all this stuff, and it's pooling will. Use that will to judgment or what have you, which brings this into the field, which is pooling more will. And so you're just stockpiling all this stuff. Hopefully for big drops, you'd have to actually have a game plan inside your deck for all of that. It'd be ideal if they introduced cards that are like pay X amount of will. This gains +2/+2 for each will you paid or something like that is really what Light needs. It might already have it, I don't remember, but we might see a will pool type deck in which this would come in handy, I think.
Like, I think this is really, really nice. The will ramping into being able to do other stuff is like a really solid turn.
Is it just me, or does this feel more like a rare and less as an SR? Maybe it's just me.
I didn't think it was an SR. Like, it's on. I wouldn't think it's on the same power as like Misty, but also, you know, they're like just card based wise.
Yeah.
But I do think it's possible to be super rare. Like, I think it's deceptively amazing. Like, just like producing double white when it comes in is like, it's very, very deceptive on how much that kind of like gives you options.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Next up, Oscar.
Next row for you guys reference 5, 7, and 8. Joey's up next because you just did that one.
Yeah. Brunhild's Shield. She's a Valkyrie, 0/700.
Wow.
Flying banishes card. Target resonator gains Eternal until end of turn.
This is really good.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
It's a Valkyrie.
I thought it was okay. I think it's, especially in limited, going to be pretty awesome just to help protect stuff just from any possible removal.
This is a 1-drop, Oscar. This 1-drop, that's a Valkyrie. So you get all the Valkyrie effects from other cards that are like, oh, if you control Valkyrie, do this as well.
You already control Valkyrie.
So no, it's a 1-drop Valkyrie. So in case your field was wiped or something weird happened,
but
you get
Bruno's
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Oh well, okay.
You hardly need that.
It doesn't matter. Point is, it's a Valkyrie that works off of Valkyrie effects.
The point I was making doesn't matter anymore.
It does matter. But it's a 1-drop 0/7. That's a super high defense. That blocks a lot of the 2-drops, especially going against aggressive red decks or stuff like that. And as flying, it's able to block flyers. So red with Piggy giving stuff flying or other stuff that is flying, it's able to block. Mm-hmm. It's game buffed if you're playing the previous card, so it will eventually have an attack power possibly. And at some point, it's just you're setting up for later game. So the banish for Eternal, being able to almost later turns after you've already done the setup, being able to get free Eternal without having to run the field card, which can get kind of clunky, I think could be really good. You'd much rather have a body that gives Eternal at banishment speed than a field card, in my opinion, because the field card can get clunky. People are going to be running field destruction a lot more now, and so that's not going to be as viable. So I feel like this is secretly going to be super good, especially for a combo.
I agreed with a lot of what Colin says. Obviously, he was like, no, eventually it's going to have like 200 attack at some point. I don't want to do that.
No, 400 attack. You get out of here.
Yeah, if you have 4 runes revealed, but
it's a light deck. You have 4 runes revealed.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, it still has 0 attack. It's not going to attack in for like 400 damage and be like a big threat. But I will say that having this banished and give something Eternal at instant speed is absolutely amazing. And like, she's going to protect you for the early game to give you time to like ramp really hard into the late game, and like being able to protect stuff that's on your field is going to be like a pretty like invaluable, like especially with, it'll stop your opponent from actually wanting to do stuff, because if you have this out and you have like Misty or something, they can't just destroy target resonator. You know, they really have to consider that this thing's on the field and I need to get rid of this first, and then I need to do this, and then I need to do that. So
yeah,
I do agree it's amazing, but I just felt Colin was going around a little.
Yeah.
No. You were like, oh man, it's a Valkyrie, guys. Oh, and eventually it's gonna have some attack. Like,
mark my words. Mark my words.
I agree with you. It's gonna be super amazing.
I think you're discounting some of the other stuff that'll make it amazing. But
you're like, look it's in white.
Having I'm just saying, later in the game, having a 1-drop 4/11 flyer isn't a bad thing. I'm saying that you should take that in consideration.
Well, at this rate, guys, going through 50-something cards, we'll be done in a couple hours.
Yeah, it's all Joey. I like the art on this as well.
Yeah, I like the art. It's really nice art.
What's next? Whoa.
That's Oscar, right?
I think Oscar lost power because his screen, his lights went out and then he went up. So that's a cool
he's
delay,
really
but he
good.
looks super creepy now. He's just staring to ourselves. But we'll continue
like that.
while Oscar's away.
Do you want to do this one, Colin?
Do you know which one's next? What number did you say was next?
Yeah, it's Cemeteries of the Holy Knights.
Okay, let me pull that over.
Number 7.
I'll go ahead and do this. So, like you said, Cemetery of the Holy Night, 1-drop edition, ancient runes. Whenever a resident you control is put into a graveyard from the field, put I think it's a gravestone counter on this card.
It says it's a headstone counter.
Click on the English though. Is it still called a headstone there?
It says put 2 grave post counter on this card. So
I'm pretty sure it's gravestone. Resonators you control gain +2/+2 as long as there are 3 or more counters on this card, and as long as there are 7 or more counters, they get 4/4 instead. I don't think this is good at all.
That's not awful, but it's definitely not something that I think is going to be really, really playable.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a fan of it either. Though.
It doesn't do anything for a minute unless 3 of your guys died. After 3 of your guys died, holy crap. Then it starts doing something, and then if 7 of you guys die, then it's a decent one. We have an edition that comes in and just puts counters on all your dudes like permanently, and then when you judgment, it puts negative counters on your opponent's field. Like, why would you run this one?
Especially just think about the fact that you still need this to like ramp up. Like if this was like, hey, if 7 of your guys died, you get +4/+4. Maybe it's good late game. But this is like, hey, if 7 of your guys died while this is out the whole time. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not a big fan.
All right, Howard's back.
It was pretty funny. You still way on your webcam, but your lights went out before your internet did, so it went dark, and your face is just there illuminated by your monitor, and then you went out, so your face is just sitting there staring at us.
It was creepy. All right, Colin, next one.
So which one did I do the addition?
Yes,
we did the addition.
We're on
What's the next one, Oscar?
We're on Holy Steed of
The
Faith.
horse.
Okay. See, that's you, Joey. I just did the addition, Joey.
Holy
Yeah, I did this
Steed
one
of
since I
Faith.
missed out.
Wow, Oscar's
No,
messing
I'm
up
already
our
doing
thing.
I'm already doing it. 5 cost. Ability, whenever a resonator you control attacks, you gain 400 life. I hate this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate
Fox
this.
does it.
I mean,
It's
it doesn't
terrible.
suck, but it sucks.
All right.
Next up.
is all the whole line except for number 15.
So number 9 is next.
No, we're only doing 15, I think is what he said.
No.
Oh.
The
What's-
next row is all the cards. except for number
Oscar, I'm
15.
gonna tell you right now, because I did that screen stretch, I don't have the same rows as you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, did
That's
you?
why I
Okay,
said
so
specifically
11
said
through
just tell me
16?
numbers. 11 through 16.
11 through
Okay.
16, just not 15.
Yeah,
All right,
'cause
go
I
ahead,
closed
Oscar,
it.
on number 11.
Yeah.
Okay, I got words about this.
Moonlight Nocturne. It's a 2 cost.
Excuse me, this is
chant
Nocturne
rune
in the
Divinity
Moonlight?
2.
Go on.
That's a better name than this. Quick cast. You pay a white more to play this card from a rune area. Return target rested resonator to its owner's hand and force D2.
So this is pretty interesting. Inside of your deck, so it's a 2-cost bounce that's for C2. I think that's a pretty good exchange. You don't draw cards, unfortunately, but it's a good way to filter to get the cards you want. And a bounce at quick cast speed.
I'm still not a big fan of it, but having it in your deck and not in your rune deck is definitely a lot better.
Oh yeah, I don't think this goes in your rune deck, but I like it. I just want to, real quick, as a side
That's
note.
rune, Colin.
As a side note, just because I saw a post about this, and I'm not like saying anything about the post itself, but just like someone's like, oh, finally, this is exactly what Adam needed, and no, it's not. This can go in any deck, and it's the exact same cost no matter what deck it's in. It has no advantages inside of Adam's deck, and in fact, I was telling Joey it has a disadvantage in Adam's deck, because if you put this in his rune deck, this has quick cast. Adam's whole thing is he flips and he gets stuff quick cast, so he doesn't actually benefit off of this card. If this was a normal speed card and he gave it quick cast, then you could see some playing his thing, but like, it has Adam on it. Like, why does it already have quick cast? This is the weird thing, is all the light stuff that could go in Adam deck already have quick cast. He has no reason to have his ability. It's so weird how Forcible was just like pushed Adam to the side and literally gone out of their way to make cards that have his face on it.
You didn't even like Adam.
I don't. I never said I did.
I know, but
I don't like Lich either,
like,
but it doesn't change the fact that Force Will like bent him over real good.
Yeah, but you hated Adam. Anyways.
Oh yeah, no, I hate Adam with a passion, but I just think it's so weird. Like, why is Adam's face on this picture? It has nothing to do with his deck. It does better in any other deck besides Adam.
Well, yeah, I thought it was. I think it's a good card, even in the Rune deck, because like Brunhild already had a rune for Brunhild's Wrath, which was a 2-cost destroy resid. Well, I guess it was J Resonator. Is this J or no?
No. Why would it bounce a J ruler?
So that's I forget it's bounce, not destroy, which is what the benefit the other one was.
Yeah.
But like at 3 costs to also force E2.
Yeah, I think the 4C2 is pretty cool. All right, next up is what just happened? Sorry guys, 1 sec. Okay. We got Priest of Minerva. It's a 5/7 2-cost. Human. Has Rune of 2, enter, gain 500 life, or earn 500 life points, whatever you prefer. This is not good, but it could be interesting.
Yeah.
It could see play, but probably not.
Sucks, pass it.
Alright, what's next?
The tree's next, even though we've seen it. I'm just saying we've technically seen it, but go ahead.
Have we?
It's pretty art.
Yeah.
Sapling of the treasure tree. It's a treasure item. Ooh. Rest, discard a card, remove this card from the game, produce 3. Pay a white to banish this card, destroy target addition.
God.
Was it Sprout, basically?
Yeah. This is the one that was revealed when they announced the new set.
This is still bonkers. This is stupid.
I think it's a little bit safer. I mean, it's still. I agree. It's still ridiculous.
Well, no, there's nothing safe about this.
Discarding a card is a little
discarding Mistletoe into your discard pile.
Oh yeah.
So that you can judgment and pull it back out.
Any card, like you can discard a messenger and then just bring it back with one of your runes.
Yeah,
for free.
it literally makes this card better in Brunhild. The fact that it gives you a discard mechanic.
You're right.
To me, the part that gets me is the fact that it doesn't destroy itself for this ability. You know, it just rest it and then do all this other stuff. It's like, to me, like maybe rest, banish, and then discard a card, produce 3. Still strong, but it's still at least it won't be in the field anymore.
Yeah, I get it. Speaking of which, Brunhild is 3-cost judgment, right? So you could play this.
It's a 5-cost.
5-cost.
Yeah. So turn 2, you would play this. Literally turn. Well, turn 2 if you have Energize. If you have Energize, turn 2.
4 costs. 4 cost judgment.
Oh, 4. Okay, then for sure, turn 2 without Energize. Yeah. You turn 1, you play this. Turn 2, you judgment, discard a Mistletoe. You got your Brunhild in the field and a Mistletoe. Not that that's necessarily the best play, but like just as an example.
Just being super aggressive. Yeah.
It's bonkers. It's stupid. All right.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Shower of Light Blades. Is a 3-cost Divinity 2 chant rune. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting lost here. This page is different than what I'm used to. You pay 1 void more to play this card from a rune area. Destroy target attacking or blocking resonator.
4 costs to destroy target attacking, blocking resonator.
From the rune deck, yeah. Or 3 from the deck.
I wouldn't pay this for
amazing, but
yeah, I'd rather have the bounce in 4C.
I'd rather bounce in 4C, which is telling something because I didn't like that card.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a rare too.
That sucks.
All right, what's next here?
The one that has Mistine on it. So not this next one, but the one after.
Okay, so next we got Resonance of the Soul. This is a 2-cost. 2-cost. 1 divinity. Okay, what does this do? Chant rune. You can play 1 less to play this card from your rune area. Okay.
1 white potentially.
So 1 white divinity 1. Choose an option. Put target resonator from your graveyard into your hand, or put up to 3 heroic spirit resonators from your graveyard into your hand. Okay, so like a 1-cost, grab a resonator out of your graveyard. That's pretty good.
I like that. Yeah,
for 1 divinity.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Play for my rune deck for the 1. It's nice.
You know what you do, Oscar.
Really.
Oscar, I got you. You run a Brunhild deck, and you run that chant that dumps the top 10 cards of your deck into your graveyard, and then you just reanimate and bounce them back into your hand and play out of your graveyard essentially for the game.
And they're all heroic spirits, so it's activation
No,
of 3.
no, ignore that part.
Yeah. Okay. Next card.
Next one, so 17, 19. I'm not sure we ever saw 20.
We'll start at 17.
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Spirit of the Cloud. Spirit of Cloud. I don't know. It's a spirit. 400, 600 attack defense. Flying. Prevent all damage that will be dealt with this card. Hold on.
So during your opponent's turn.
This resonator card during your opponent's turn.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does Force of Will hate spirits so much? Like, why keep making them if you hate them? Is it like a masochist thing? It's so weird. They keep printing spirits, and they keep find me one good spirit ever. They keep making spirits and keep making them bad, but they keep creating like weird combos of spirits that only work with other spirits. But it doesn't matter because none of it is good, so it doesn't matter anyways. I don't. It's super weird. We'll move on to the next one, but it's super weird.
We actually have seen the next card too. I like.
Okay, we've seen the next one. So we're jumping to 20.
No. Card 20. Sorry, Oscar.
Okay. Next one we do have is Volley, and that is a 1-cost quick cast chant. This card deals 300 damage multiplied by the number of resonators you control target J/resonator.
Whoa, wait, what?
Yeah. I like
1 cost. This does 300 damage for each resonator control. A target. I don't know. Target what?
I mean,
J/resonator.
Target J/resonator.
Mine says or GG target, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, because GG wanted to play the card.
Yeah. That's super good. Especially,
Yeah,
Brunhild's pretty good at populating the field, especially with all these new 1-drops she has. That's really good. That's a J-Ruler killer.
Big fan of this.
Yeah.
It's really strong.
That is really strong.
I mean,
Okay.
you can argue that it doesn't do anything to like Gil and yada yada yada. But
it does.
every other J resonator, you have a good chance. Like you have a good chance of killing with the decent sized board.
Yeah.
Calm down.
With all these good cards though, like Tree, that, and then whatever that other one we went over that's white, it's like Brunhild is gonna start to get tough to like what you're gonna fit in.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no. Alright,
I mean,
what's the next
I
one?
kind of like seeing. Well, I'm just gonna say like I kind of like seeing
21, 22, 23.
Alright, so next up. God dang, why does it keep doing this? Sorry guys, 1 sec. I don't know why it keeps doing that. We got Asakna training caps. It's a
Training grounds.
Training grounds. It's a 2-cost addition. Ancient runes. Tap put a 100 counter on target fire resonator. We had talked about this. It's terrible. I think it's terrible. I don't see any use of it.
It's a weird ability to give them red.
Yeah, it's slow. It's so slow for red. And now I'm blanking, but there's an objectively better card than this already, so it doesn't even matter.
You were thinking of the one that gives like +2/+2 to all the fire resonators.
Possibly. Yeah.
So I remember our conversation about it. I didn't think it was awful because I thought you could just keep on ramping stuff up, but
once per turn.
Probably not playable.
Yeah. And not even like, once on your turn, once on your opponent's, just once when this is untapped and not destroyed by your opponent. You get 1 counter on 1 resonator that you hope won't die, but you're playing aggressive, so it'll probably die pretty quick.
Think about this. Maybe they won't play like addition hate because there's no additions worth killing, so this sneaks in.
There are additions worth killing. Oh,
yeah. Addition hate.
Next up, Joey.
Bird of Burning Sand. Bird of Scorching Sand. 1,900. It's a sand. Ooh, it's a sand resonator. Sand / beast.
Cool.
Flying. Enter. Banish a fire magic stone.
Oh, well, all right. Next card. We're done.
Even then, I think is he not like 1 too expensive to get that? Why you want him to be a sand resonator?
Is it 3 costs for the thing?
I think it's 3. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a 3 cost or lower.
Yeah.
Like what? It's like, oh man, he's a 4-cost flyer. Gotta nerf that crap. Get out of here. Anyways, here's this nice cool tree sprout, Brunhild.
Yeah.
1,900 is a stat line that just.
All right. Next up is Contract Forged in Sand. It is a 3-cost chant Rune with Infinity 2. You may pay 1 void less to play this card from a rune area. As an additional cost to play this card, banish a resonator.
Oh.
Recover target resonator. It gains +4/+4 until end of turn.
That's actually really good in red. Because if you're going aggressive, you swing in and then you banish one of your tap dudes to untap the bigger dude and swing in again. Especially late game when you're going for the kill.
This is really, really, really nice too. If you use if you're playing what's her name?
Yeah.
It might actually not work as well. But if you're playing oh my gosh. The really fast 2-cost red girl who comes in, and if there's nothing there, she gets swiftness. And then when she attacks, you can get something else +4/+4, but it dies at the end of the turn.
Oh, yeah.
She's a dark elf.
You just made me blank.
Freyla,
Freyla. It's Freyla.
Freyla. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, true.
So you can play Freyla, you can attack, you can give something else a +4/+4, that can attack, and then you can banish that, untap Freyla, and have it attack again.
Yeah, since it's dying anyways.
That's a possible, I'm just saying, like, that could be, worth something very interesting. Interesting combo there, but I think it could be solid.
Next up, 26. Then I think 31 and maybe 33.
Am I doing 26?
No,
come on.
You can do it. Joey, my dogs are gonna bark.
Okay.
Isis's Elite Guard, Awakening the Ancients. It's a human, 600/500, 2-cost. This card gains +0, +300, and swiftness as long as you control 2 or more other resonators.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's seen a lot of play.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
I'll take the next one. Not sure how long it'll be out, but next one is Mountain Dragon. It is a 6-cost, 2,000/1,500 dragon with flying. Enter. This card deals 200 damage multiplied by the number of fire magic stones you control to target resonator.
That seems not that great, but not.
I'm on the fence about it. I'm like, yeah, it's 6-cost, but a 2,015, like a 2015 dragon's like. That's pretty crazy.
Well, there's stuff that grabs dragons, so you're not paying 6 for it. There's multiple things.
If only it was a 2019 dragon.
And there's and if you're paying the 6 for it, then it's at minimum doing 1,200 to your opponent's field.
See, the thing I don't like,
or to your opponent's resonator.
I don't think Fuji grabs this though. So he grabs 5 or less, right? Or 4 or less.
Fuji.
And I also don't know if the other dragon grabbing one.
Dragon summoning? Well, let me check dragon summoning.
I'll check Fuji right now. Fuji says enter search your deck for a dragon with total cost 4 or less and put it into the field.
Okay, so
Flame
he grabs
Dragon
a 4 or
says
less.
5 or less. Yeah.
The search summon from a dragon. 5 or less? Okay, so that sucks. But okay, yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, this card sucks. I was like,
well, it's cool.
Pretty
A 2,000 attack is super cool, but once again,
And
there's so much removal in this game that you're paying 6 to eventually have paid 6 for something that didn't have swiftness. So you're most likely paying 6 for nothing.
Yeah.
What's next?
Have it removed for 1, possibly.
It would be nice.
33 and 34, 37. Next thing.
All right, so I'll do 33. God dang, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
He's not.
So this is Shaking of the Sands. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Sand upheaval.
Sand upheaval. Okay. I guess current to Joy, we have to say that's from Awakening of the Ancients now. And
literally just reading top down. Okay.
It's a 5-cost chant. Deals 2,000 damage to target resonator or J ruler and 500 damage to its controller. No.
5, yeah.
No.
Like
we have a 5-cost that does like a bunch to just your opponent, don't we? Is 5 a 6-cost? We have some. I mean, granted, it's going to rotate eventually, but yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
Good point. Shadow of Chaos. Number 30.
Chaos Shadow.
Cthulhu. 300/300. Common. This card, I know, I'm just reading straight down. This card gains +300/+300 in swiftness as long as you control 4 or more fire magic stones.
This
funny how
is
it's playing on that now. Like, if you do have this many stones, or you have this many resonators,
Right. Well,
do this.
I think there's probably going to be one of every color that has this kind of effect. The only thing is, this effect sucks, and the other effect was way better. Like, I'd much rather have +4/+4 and barrier than +3/3 and swiftness. But
Yeah.
it's
But in a red deck, I mean, the fact that you're getting a possible 6/6 with swiftness.
yeah, like
no 1-drop just to flood up and stuff.
Yeah.
that's but like Modern Dark Elf is that, and like there's I don't know,
For now.
Yeah, kind of, and
but it's
And you have to hurt yourself to play her.
but
yeah.
in turn 4, and if you're playing these guys turn 4, then you're kind of losing.
I mean, it's like, if they're in the deck, they're in the deck, you know? They turn 4, yeah, why not? I'll throw one of these down, swing, you know?
I don't think it hurts.
Next up is the Sage's Afternoon Nap. It is a 2-cost chant. You may discard a Resonator. If you do, draw 2 cards.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
The 2 cost
power for red.
kind of sucks, but drawing 2 cards isn't terrible.
You're only really drawing 1 card effectively, and like red doesn't have stuff where it likes discarding cards, like Resonators into the grave. Really, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, next one's 38, 39, and 40. As much as the rest.
Why? What am I doing wrong that it keeps doing that? The people seeing it are just going to randomly see black screens sometimes. Am I doing this one?
Yes.
Okay. Thunder Dragon. It's a 4-cost 9/8 dragon with flying and rapidity. Swiftness. Enter. Discard a card at random. If you do, this card you may discard a card at random. If you do, this card deals 800 damage to a target resonator. That's kind of interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Again, that discard that Joe doesn't like is there.
It's optional.
Well,
this one's optional. So if you want to do
optional.
800 damage, and you have you play out your hand as much as you can, so it's just what you don't need or want is left in your hand. And it's a 3-drop with flying and swiftness. That's not bad.
Yeah.
So did you say 3-drop, Colin?
4-drop with flying and swiftness, and potentially burning something. I think that's not too shabby.
Yeah, it's all right. It's way better than the other dragon at the least.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so I've got Ushua, the Swordsman of Eternal Flame.
Yep.
He is a human resonator, 1700, 1100, super rare. 5 resonators you control gain swiftness. Enter, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may put a resonator with total cost 5 or less among them into the field. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in a random order.
Look at that doesn't even hit dragon either.
Yeah. I kind of like this. You'll
This
be
is-
awesome.
This decent, yeah.
If this guy was 5 cost, you know how fucking cool that would be? Like, you're like, Ushua, top 5 cards. Ushua, top 5
I mean, that's
cards.
probably why he's 6 cost.
I know, but that'd be so cool.
But it's cool. I like seeing.
Like, I got 3 Ushuas out, and I'm just going for like 5,000 damage.
It's nice seeing beefy resonators again, like 1700 attack and 1100 defense. It's cool. Usually, what we've been seeing a lot lately is lower, like 1111s, or if it does have a lot, it'd be like the other one we saw where it's like 1700 defense but only 700 attack, stuff like that. And so it's cool just seeing just genuinely big dudes to put into the field. And they also have decent effects to make it worth playing them besides just being a big dude.
They really had been kind of staying back. Like, I don't think we had seen anything for a while besides the stuff that was like 7 or 8 costs. That was like above like 1400 attack.
Yeah.
Like, I think the last thing was that like giant King of the Beasts or something that had 2000 attack. But yeah, you know, they're definitely. I kind of like it also that they're getting into a little bit higher attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Warrior Lurking Beneath the Sands. It's a 2-cost, 6/4 human. Rune 2, enter this card deals 400 damage to target resonator.
It's all right. Yeah. I'm whelmed.
Yeah, I'm just whelmed.
All right. Starting on blue, 41, 43, and 44.
Okay, so for this is my life now.
They used the name.
All right, so we got a 2-cost 3/3 machine. Oh, that's a butterfly machine. That's cool.
Butterfly gimmick, which I thought was hilarious. Back in Valhalla, the machines were gimmicks.
Yeah.
Oh.
As flying, enter, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You can put a card with the name Butterfly Engraver in the field from among them and put the rest of the bottom of your deck in a random order.
Butterfly gimmick.
Okay.
I was wondering why you didn't read the name of this card.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out.
The Italian name is Butterfly.
Yeah.
But anyways, 2-cost 3/3 and it enters. Okay.
And he gets other butterfly gimmicks, and then they can get more butterfly gimmicks.
Yeah. You know what would have been great if it just said run as many butterfly gimmicks in your deck as you want.
No, that'd be awful.
You're not putting them into play. You're putting them in the hand. Just refilling your hand.
No. You may put a card named
in the
field. Yeah. I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
man, that'd be really great if I could just play my entire deck at one time. I was like, no, Oscar.
You imagine playing somebody like you're like, I'm still a shortcut. No, I need you to do it card by card. I might have a response, and you finish it. You're like, I thought you were gonna have a response. Like, no, I said I might have a response. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the look of it too. The mechanical butterfly. It's
Yeah.
cool.
It's really not that strong. It's like a 3/3. But,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not great.
But I do like it.
But I mean, if it changed, it could be cool because especially if you have the field card for machines and you have like Vivian in the field or something like that, so it's just like kunk kunk kunk, and you're getting all these counters and stuff like that. If the chain hits off.
Oh, that's true.
Whatever, it'd be nice for that.
Need something to fix.
Or no, not Vivian. Yeah, I was.
All right, next.
Is it look?
Command and gaze.
Look at the command. Command and gaze. Command and gaze. 2-cost. Target J/. It's a quick cast. Target J/J gains -4/0 until end of turn. It must attack or block this turn if able for C2.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
This isn't awful. Yeah, this is kind of nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Like to force your
forcing
opponent's
stuff.
J ruler to block, and it lost 400.
Yeah, and this J
That's not
ruler
bad.
too.
Yeah.
You know. No, never mind.
And then you force C2 and make sure you get butterflies on top, so you play the one from hand. You know a trick.
There you go.
No,
All
I
right.
think I'm good with the other ones. The other abilities.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
And
actually wasn't too bad.
It's not bad. I liked it. Next up is Fenrir's second form. And it's a 6-cost 10/11 flying. This card gains quick cast as long as it's in your hand and there are 4 or more runes revealed from your rune area. Enter. Put target resident on top of its owner's deck. Draw 2 cards. So something I point out to Colin. This is the card from the start, the little puzzle one, and it's just grown now. And I was like sitting there looking. I was like, wow, like not even it supports Loki's like thing it was trying to go for anymore. It's just like moved on.
No awakening.
Yeah.
Real quick, side note, I like how the middle part literally could have just said rune parentheses for parentheses quick cast. That's all they had to put, and instead it's just this long. They created the terminology. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, it would have to say like this card gains quick cast, but yeah. You're
No,
right.
they've had that before where it just says like rune or whatever seal a quick cast, and it's just a game set. I'm pretty sure. But I think this is really good, actually. A 6-drop with flying that's potentially has quick cast and also bounces and also draws 2 cards. If this hits and doesn't.
Oh wait, does it draw 2 cards?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I glossed over.
It's a lot of stuff it does. I think that's super duper.
That's a good point.
And it's super cool art. Yeah.
I still think it's a lot better than what I was thinking. I didn't realize it drew you 2 cards. I think that's really solid.
Yeah.
But still not a huge fan of it, but it's definitely a little bit better than I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, Colin, 45.
We got
Fiendish Mirror.
No, Diabolical Mirror. It's a 4 cost, 0/4. When this card is put in the graveyard from the field, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a resonator, place it in the field. All right, that's terrible.
Oh.
What's next?
Why not? Why?
No, that's terrible. There's
Real quick,
no top deck fixing except for 4C.
The image in the mirror actually the face looks like I pulled it up. Dark Alice's Shadow Warrior. Like they had those faces.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's a good catch.
Nah, this isn't great.
All right.
I don't know.
Like if everything pops off and you don't get laureated, you've paid 4 and had to wait for it to die, and then hope that it died when your deck was ready for you to pop that off, assuming you're able to 4C and get lucky with putting a resonator on the top of your deck. And in response to you foreseeing your opponent doesn't go in response, I'll lightning strike that. It's before you
That's
can
fair.
4C. Yeah, no, it's terrible.
Next up's number 47.
Freya's transforming dog. That doesn't look like a dog.
What?
It's a
No, I have
machine.
Freya's transforming staff.
I have Kane.
Oh. Freya's
So we
transforming staff. This card gains plus 300, plus 300, and this card costs 4 or more water magic stones. See, this is even better than the other swiftness resonator. The other one.
Real quick, Joey skipped over. It's a 1 cost 3/3.
He cut out for a
No,
second.
I did I? My bad.
Yeah. And it
Yeah,
can't be
it's-
blocked as long as you control 4 or more magic.
Yeah.
So
water
I
magic.
think
it's
it's a
potentially a
lot
way out
better.
1 drop 6/6. That's good.
One drop machine though. Colin, you're a machine player. Are you looking forward to this card?
4 more water stones.
I would.
Well, because you're by default going to be running Arthur's or in your machine deck the machine stones, which aren't considered water magic stones. So I don't know. You're not going to get those 4 magic stones by turn 4 is going to be the downside. So you're not going to hit that second ability off the bat
Yeah.
Why are
until
you
like
running-
turn 5 at earliest.
Why are you running his machine stones?
Because they put counters on stuff, especially mid and late game when you just have extra will that you don't need to spend. You get free counters on stuff that enters the field. Like there's no reason not to run them currently unless this card is bonkers.
This is the
and it's-
reason. This is the reason I wouldn't run him.
I mean,
No,
if
'cause-
you're like one +1/+1 token, like I'm sorry, counter away from like activating one of the abilities.
Like Lancelot's ability or Guinevere's ability, and you need 1 more counter, or you put Guinevere in, and
Yeah, but it's only a target machine that's put into the field this turn.
yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. You put Guinevere in for 1, and then you tap down 4 of those stones to put 4 counters on her, and then you just need 8 other counters that were already existing, and her ability's popping off. Like that's
Yeah, I guess. I feel like this is really, really nice, and I would like to have something where I could like play this, have it stick for like a turn or or a turn or 2, and then drop my other +2/+2 counters. Get the +3/+3, so it's like an 8/8 now, and then I just swing in with a blockable. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. I think this is a really in like an aggro-ish machine kind of weird thing. I think this could be okay. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
yeah, I think you are.
Next up is Garmhild's Phantasmal Warrior. It's a 2-cost 5/5 illusion. Rune 2, enter, return target resonator with total cost 2 or less to its owner's hand.
Wait, we're into it. Return to
It seems a little better than. the other
It's
ones.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
I'm a huge fan.
Next up, I think it's 57, then 58, and 60.
Alright, 57. Who's doing this one?
That would be
You are Colin.
Okay, we got Soldiers of the New Round Table. It's a 2-cost Divinity 2 chant rune. Pay 1 void more to play this from the rune area. Draw X cards, where X is the number of times your resonators attacked this turn. Interesting.
You said that
I
your
like this.
resonators, but I'm just saying that resonators attack this turn.
Time.
I guess it's not quick cast.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So
I don't
this
know,
could
maybe
be
I'm
interesting.
playing blue. Oscar, okay, don't change.
Like-
Don't just assume my deck.
Machines are pretty good at flooding the field, so having a 2-cost that like draws you 6 cards.
3 cost.
Oh yeah,
Well, actually, yeah.
I wouldn't put
I
this in my
actually-
rune deck. I feel like it's not better than what's mostly being run in the rune deck.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a 2-cost just draw a bunch of cards That's potentially pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I actually think it's super interesting.
Yeah, I like it.
I think something that utilize attacking a lot would definitely really help with this. It's a shame that blue stuff doesn't gain a lot of swiftness. Otherwise, like swiftness, like blue machines would be really, really good. But yep. So I've got.
You got the Casa.
Strolling House.
Mine's called Dwelling Abode.
Sounds a lot better than Strolling House.
5 cost house, 800, 1200. You remove another recovered resonator you control. This card gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
Ooh, which one's accurate? Because I have rest another recovered resonator you control. This card gains +2/+2 until end of turn.
Let me check that.
I don't know. I checked.
Real quick, mine says remove.
You are another.
Yeah, I do.
Controller.
You are the resonator. Yeah, mine says remove another recovered resonator you control, but it could be rest another. Either way, this card's terrible, so it doesn't even matter. I got all excited by the art too. I'm sad now.
I was just laughing because it's just funny to see a resonator and it just says Casa. All right, next up.
At least it works with Loki.
All those awakenings. And next up is the Returnee from Twilight. 3 cost, 8/8 Cthulhu. It has a blue and remove 3 resonators in your graveyard from the game. Put this card from your graveyard into the field. Play this ability only during your turn.
I kind of like it.
It's interesting.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. The wording is kind of confusing to me, so I'm wondering if that's a proper translation on that one too.
It's probably pretty.
Here's what you do,
close.
Oscar. Here's what you do. Actually, no, this is probably no. Well, actually, no. I stand by. This is good. You throw a playset of these in with your Schrodinger deck that moves the top 10 cards of your deck into the graveyard. So you throw some of these in graveyard instead of removing 3 Schrodingers or whatever to grab another one. You remove 3 and just pay 1 to throw an 8/8 into the field instead. There you go.
That sucks.
You owe me $10.
I actually don't think this is terrible, but I don't think it's able.
I think it's decent. I think it has potential. It has potential.
I like it. I just don't like. I just wouldn't play it.
Yeah. So next 3 cards: 63, 65, and 66.
That's mine, right? No, that's Colin's.
Yeah, Colin.
We got
Barrier Castle.
I'm gonna assume Barrier Castle. 2 cost addition Ancient Runes again. Whenever a wind resonator you controls becomes the target of a spell or ability your opponent controls, cancel that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1 void. So that's an addition Wall of Wind.
Right.
Yeah, which and again I'll point out like in like a limited format, like I haven't seen anything that destroys additions yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Colin, you should check the English side. It says, whenever you win your resonator.
Never a wind resonator.
No,
Anyway,
that's just you, Joey.
Yeah, I don't have that.
But I think it's pretty cool. I feel like
Yeah.
there's enough addition destruction that it won't be too much of a threat, but it's still something that doesn't hurt to play. It forces your opponent to remove it, because if they don't remove it, they're going to regret that later. So I think it could see some play, and it's a pretty interesting card. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. Oh, stop it, dogs.
Gunpowder Barrel. It is a 1 cost chant, quick cast. This card deals 200 damage to 2 target resonators for C1.
That's cool.
So everybody's kind of gotten a little 4C card chant.
Yeah.
It's
weird, but it's cool.
Do you have to target 2 resonators in order to play this?
Yeah.
Because I don't think it says up to, right?
It doesn't look like it says up to.
Yeah, it's solid. I don't know. It's really low damage, but
You just
this along with like sniping or something,
or sandstorm.
Sandstorm, yeah, it could be a little bit of a
Yeah, I think it could be pretty solid. I like it.
hidden value.
Next up is Hunting Party. It's a 4 cost, 8/7 Mimi Tribe. Enter, draw a card. Or discard a card. This card gains +4/0 until end of turn. Play this ability only once per turn.
Oh, I hate it.
I don't like it either.
Alright, next.
We had a very similar card to this also last set. I don't remember what it did, but it was like the same like gain plus 800 or something.
Yeah, 69, 70, and 73.
Alright, I get 69. Got Marine Beast of the Lost Islands. I love the look of this card. I'm sad this is a common. This would have been an awesome texture. 3 cost 8/8 Beast. This card gains 2/2 or gets 2/2 until
It gains
as long as you
+2/+2.
control a water match.
Yeah.
what?
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it makes
I hate
sense.
it.
So it's a Kraken and it's like in the water.
I don't care if it makes sense. Someone's like, "Oh yeah, the flavor," ugh. And then this card is never seen again. So enjoy that flavor. I hope you can lick this card and
When the
taste
Mimi
it.
tribe approach bodies of water, making themselves appear as unappetizing as possible is a crucial step in survival. Is there one that's caught by this monster?
I think so. Yeah. God, I'm super disappointed. Why do they keep using good art for crappy cards? Whatever. Real quick for this next card. At first glance, it totally looked like that dude was being crucified.
I thought so too from a Let's see what's going on.
I didn't really see it, but I didn't.
Go ahead, Joey.
No, he's jogging or he's logging.
Mimi Tribe Jogger.
Logger.
2 cost Mimi Tribe. 600. Rune 2, enter, draw a card, then discard a card. Oh gosh,
Average.
this sucks.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
even worse than that. Then at least the red one show you 2 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oscar.
All right. Next up is Rikugo. I don't know. Tree Shikigami. The 3 costs 310. Shikigami. It says if damage would be dealt to you, it's dealt to this card instead.
Oh.
This card gains +2/+2 as long as you control a Yin Yang Master.
I like it.
I like
bad.
this, yeah.
It's not bad, especially within that little Yin Yang Master combo. I'm sure that it's setting up like that's.
I'm
that's
pretty
good.
sure you can flash this guy in with your Yin Yang dude, right? So like, if you just want to take like 6 damage and then you like flash him in after blockers, I
Yeah.
think that works. I don't remember what Yin Yang Master does, but oh well.
Next up is 74, 77, 78.
Alright, so first up we got Parchment Carrier. It's a 1 cost 3/3 Cat Ninja. This card gains 4/4, and this card can't be attacked as long as you control 4 or more Windstones. Okay, so
That's decent.
1-drop
No,
ninja.
Another name is Scroll Transporter.
Yeah.
The other name is Parchment Transporter.
Not too bad. I like it.
Yeah, I think that's a
7/7.
solid card, solid 1-drop. Everyone's getting 1-drops that just get really good later.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Be interesting to see how things go.
Next we have 3 Beast Conference.
It's what?
Check this out. 3
Yeah, you
Beast
cut out.
Conference.
Oh, mine's Meeting of 3 Beasts.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the English version.
It's a conference calling? Jeez.
It's a conference call.
2 costs.
Looks like they're
Divinity
playing
1,
Sellers of Catan, maybe.
Rune chant. Quick cast. You pay 1 more to play this card from Rune area. Target J/Razor gains +4/+4 until end of turn. You gain 500 life and you draw a card.
Wowzers.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if Joey was trolling me the other day when we saw this pop up already, and I was like, "Dang, that's pretty good." And Joey's like, "No."
No, this
I
is
thought it was a
super
little
good.
expensive for 3 cost.
One,
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't have to
then-
go in your Rune area.
I know.
2, it's only Divinity 1. It slots into your Rune area real nice. So if you want to pay 3 to buff a J Ruler and gain 500 life and draw a card, you want to talk about card advantage. You lost out on 0 cards playing that from your Rune area. You only lost out on 1 Divinity. You buff something, you gained life, and you gained a card. Like this is
I don't know.
for
Yeah.
3
I just,
costs.
If you attribute all 3 of those effects to like 1 cost, like I wouldn't pay 1 to gain a life, and I wouldn't pay 1 to give something +4/+4. So now I'm
the
paying
last
1.
one is free.
Like, maybe I'd pay 1 to do all of that, but I don't know.
Maybe
It just-
you'd pay 1 to do all that. Anyways, now that we know where Joey
I'm not
stands,
like, maybe I'm saying that.
maybe I'd pay 1 to buff 4/4, gain 500 life, and draw a card. I'd have to think about it though. I'd have to really want it. This is also quick cast, Joey. You can do this before recovery as well.
Yeah, honestly, I think this at 2 will is
super good.
I have to think it. Like I think it's a lot better than
It's like. It's 2 will, but would you pay 1 extra will to guarantee you can play it at any point you want, any time in the game, because that's quick cast and it's guaranteed in your Rune deck? Most people would say, yeah, I'll pay 1 void more to play it at literally any time I want for the entire duration of the game.
Not versus the other Rune cards that I would.
It's Divinity 1. You can slot it in super easy.
No, not if I have 5 other cards that I want to play, though.
Next up, I like it. Next up is 3 Beast Warrior Iglemi. I think it is. 1 cost, 3/3. Mimi Tribe / Beast. This is banish this card. Target Resonator gains +4/+4 until end of turn.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know.
I really like that.
Joey's on a roll here. How far can he go?
Yeah. Once again, a 1-drop 3/3. You have a body on the field that's a beast in a Mimi Tribe, so it interacts with any effects that correspond with that. And at any point, if someone tries to destroy it, or you attack and it's blocked, or anything like that, or just a regular situation, you just banish it to bust them 4/4 without having to pay anything. I think that's pretty good value out of the card.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
Also, I think it's like Eagle Knee.
That makes sense. Yeah, you
That's how it is.
next 3 will be 80, 82, and 83.
80.
Who's up next?
You.
Okay. So next up we got Tiger 3 Warrior Beast.
Yep.
I love it.
What else would it say?
3 Beast Warrior Tiger Me.
Oh, that does it better. Doggo, stop it. It's a 3 cost 8/8 Mimi Tribe Beast. Enter, draw a card if you control another Mimi Tribe, like a 1 cost Mimi Tribe, I don't know. And Rune 5, enter, search for a card named what this card is, and up to a card named Talpami 3 Beast Warrior from your deck and put them in the field, then shuffle your deck. Wow.
So it searches for the other 2 Mimis we've seen, which is one we just went over. And then the one that we went over some time ago, which was 3 Beast Warrior Malemi. She was a 2 cost 7/5, and says whenever this card attacks, you gain 500 life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, I think if you have your Root 5 up, this is like really insane.
Yeah.
But
For 3.
Yeah. You just like
Even-
completely populated your field.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
Moving into the last color.
You said it was 83, right, Oscar?
82.
Oh. Yes, let me do 82.
I'm a believer. I could live.
82. Believer Blinded by Faith. It is a 0/400 1 cost human. Rest. Pay 1 black. Banish this card. Put target darkness resonator from your graveyard into your hand.
It's not
It sucks.
bad.
Black has enough 1 cost that bounce stuff into your hand that are chance. Like, why would you want a resonator that at the end of the day you'll pay 2 to do the same thing as the 1 costs do?
Because you played that rune that put the top 10 cards of your deck into your discard pile, and you're just grabbing what you wanted from it.
Yeah, but now you got a bunch of these resonators in your discard and you're just mad at yourself now.
So you're just targeting
Sorry, guys.
another
I
one.
think it sucks.
Yeah, I don't like this.
All right. Next one up is it says crawler zombie. I'm pretty sure it's zombie crawler.
No, mine
But
says
it's a-
creeping zombies.
Bring on no English cards. All right, 4/4 zombie, and it's pay 4 3 black and a void. Put this card from your graveyard into the field. Play its ability only during your turn.
Ow, talk about terrible. All right, what's the next card?
No, guys.
No, I don't want to
It's
waste
a
time on
crawler
this.
zombie.
Yeah, I remember those
Yeah,
crawler
Takes a while
zombies.
to get those there.
We have 80 card 85.
Oh,
80.
like, why isn't that just like I don't know. Okay, no. What's the next one? I don't know.
85 through 88.
Is that mine, right?
I just read, so it's common.
Family of Diablos. 2 cost 6/5. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Diabolos' kin.
No, my alternate says Diablos family. 2 cost 6/5. A demon. Hey, we got the demon. We've been waiting for demons. Rune 2. A target resonator gains -3/-3 to end of turn. Okay, that's a decent demon to have in order to pop out fear effects.
Yeah, this isn't as bad as the other like Rune 2s. I feel like.
Yeah, this is solid.
I feel like this is one of the better versions of those guys.
What's next?
Next one is
Fallen Angel of Madness.
Okay.
Excuse me. It's a Fallen Angel. 4 cost 1100, 900. Flying, enter, you lose 400 life.
Okay, that's a decent limited card. All right, what's next?
All right, next one up is going to be Fallen Angel of the Ritual.
I love
One
this
cost
card.
3/3. Fallen Angel. It says ability. This card gains +4/+2 and flying as long as you control 4 or more darkness magic stones.
Cool. There's the darkness version of it. So they all come.
Why does
7/5 for 1 with flying.
So I'm just gonna make a real quick complaint here. All of this cycle of gain something as long as you control 4 or more blank magic stones, they've all had a total power of like 600. So like all of the other 3 gained +3/+3, and this one gains +4/+2, but the white one gains +4/+4. Am I missing something? Did one of those gain +4/+4 also? I don't know. It just seems.
Flying.
Huh?
Yeah, this one gets flying mode.
Yeah, but the other one gets barrier. Like, I'm
that's
just
a good
saying,
point.
like the
that's way better.
The stat line, they all gain.
Well,
600
if you
total.
remember, they did say they were going to elevate rulers that were having trouble, and Brunhild is really lagging behind all the other rulers.
No. The ninja transporter also gained +4/+4. So I can't.
And what? +4 and what?
Yeah, it can't be attacked, right? Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather have barrier.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like, this seems like white got the best one, but.
Well, yeah, it was struggling. Real quick side note: am I going crazy? What is she wearing that is covering her? You guys seen what I'm seeing, or am I just going crazy?
I think her arms are like bursting out into demon arms.
Yeah, but I'm not looking at her arms.
I think just have it the boob that's out.
Yeah.
No nipple.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not,
that's weirded me out. It's really weirded me out.
She's wearing like a purple V-cut outfit.
No, because if you look at where it's the different color for her neck, it looks like something she's wearing on her neck with that color, because her face, her mouth, is the same color tone as her chest.
That's true. It could be like part of a mask thing.
So
that's why I'm saying like stuff is like bursting out of her, or she's like enveloping her.
But I'm saying nothing is there. That's all I'm saying. You guys make your own judgment. Look at the card, but it looks like she's wearing a mask that stops right here, and then I don't know what's going on down there. All right.
We only discuss the important things on this.
That's just weirded me out.
Hope you guys are enjoying.
Okay, next card.
Next card is Fallen to Madness, 2 cost, quick cast chant. Target J/Resonator gains +6/-6 until end of turn. If this card was awakened, it gains +1000 -1000 instead. Awakening is a black and 2 void.
Oh, good. Loki finally got some support.
Did he?
Yeah, if you couldn't sense my sarcasm, God did it.
Well, you couldn't sense mine, jeez.
Seems...
I mean, Loki at least lives if you use this, and Lucifer would die. If it was awakened.
Yeah. It's
actually...
I was going to say, I don't think...
A 5 cost to destroy inside of black that already has destroys.
Loki? I meant Lich.
Lich, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think this card is good at all.
I think it's flexible, but I don't think it's good either.
Yeah. What's next?
All right. 90. I think 92. I know 93 for sure.
92?
So 90. Just you
90.
90.
Jackal of the Tombs. It's a 4 cost 9/7 beast. Enter. Remove up to 2 target cards from your opponent's graveyard from the game, then put a 100 counter on this card equal to the number of cards removed this way. So it's an 11/9 4 cost. Okay.
I think this is actually kind of cool.
It's cool.
Like-
It's not good though.
I don't know. I think it could be good.
Would
Like,
you pay for an 11.9?
If I'm removing somebody's like Brunhild or something that's really gonna be really strong that they have in
I
their
guess,
graveyard, possibly, yeah. Like
But
said,
why
I'm
not just pay 1 and run Evil Elemental Uprising if that's a problem, so they can't respond?
I don't know. Maybe you are, but maybe you're also playing this. 400.
Like, pay 1 for that and pay a good 3-cost Resonator that has a good enter effect.
It's okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think it's a little bit.
I don't think we did number 92.
No, I don't
Okay.
think I have either. I was scrolling through the black cards and I don't think I see it.
Okay. Oh, hello.
So you already did harvesting season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those are just put the top 10 cards.
92.
So I've got Lila, Maiden of the Swamps. It's a wizard, 0/200, 1 darkness. When this card is put into a graveyard from the field, search for a card with the name Magic Stone of Darkness from your Magic Stone deck and put it into the field. Then shuffle your Magic Stone deck.
Wow.
I think we actually might have seen this somehow.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
in the global group, some people made a bigger deal about it because there was a rough translation that came out that
Right,
didn't
yeah.
specify Darkness Magic Zone. And so people were worried that it was pulling anything that's classified as Darkness Magic Zone. But this is actually referring to the basic Darkness Magic Zone.
That's still
that's pulling up.
super good.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm still really big fan of this.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right, because we were talking about how this is finally a good sack outlet for stuff.
For that edition that we saw recently, which
Yeah.
I believe we went over that edition already, which
That's
is
right,
when
that's
you can actually banish a Resonator, put a counter I think on the edition, and then so it gives a reason to sack this.
Well, also
Yeah,
you
no,
could
I
run
think
this
is probably like-
with the old edition because when it flips to its other side, you banish Resonator to give something -4/-4.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a bunch of these field, and you're giving stuff -4, and then just flipping stones out onto your field.
this is just you could literally just drop this and be like, attack me, ramp me up right here. I'm open.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think the more important question, and we always do the important question in detail, but is it Lila or Layla?
I think it's Layla.
Yeah, I think it's Layla as well. I just heard him say Lila.
If it was Lila,
I said Layla.
No, you
Didn't
said
I?
No,
Lila.
you said Lila.
Because I was like, oh, like from Arrow. Yeah, I think
Oh,
there'd be a
that's a good
G or an H in there if it was Lila.
I actually see it pronounced both ways.
He's covering his
That-
tracks. He's like getting a
The
duster, like.
comment. That's the question for this episode. You guys let us know in the comments. Is it Lila or is it Layla?
Oh, this is a rare too, so we're gonna get it nice and textured. Ooh, I'm excited.
Well, too excited. All right, next one is 93, and that's Laurier.
No, Larry. Awesome.
Laurier. Laurier. Dark Orb Sorceress. 3 cost, 4/4 Wizard. Enter
Wither.
put two 100 Darkness Skeleton Resonator tokens into the field.
It's skeleton resonator pieces into the ground, which sounds way cooler.
That does sound pretty good.
Oh.
Not bad for 3. I like it.
Yeah, wouldn't you much rather do Evil Elemental Uprising and get a 4-drop and 2 1-drops than get that crappy resonator that only gets rid of 2 cards?
You're paying 2 cards for that. I'm just saying.
You're
I don't
paying
like
2
this.
cards for that.
This card, all you're doing is filling the field a little bit more with trash. Like,
I think
give
this
me
is
like
good.
a sack outlet, and I'll.
We
be
do.
like,
It's
oh,
called the Judgmenting with that edition, and then you're just clearing their field for free.
All right, we got 2 cards left. That's number 94 and 98.
All right, 94.
That's
Whoops.
Colin and Joey.
Whoopsies. 94.
You said 94, 98.
Please, I'm
Yeah.
begging you. All right, we got lawyers, like a lawyer.
Laurier.
Lawyer's experiment. 2 cost,
Yeah.
6/6. Enter. Remove 2 target resonators from your graveyard from the game. If you do, put 200 counters on this card. So, okay. And whenever this card attacks, you may remove target card from your opponent's graveyard from the game. Oh,
Just
interesting.
point out that the wording is hilarious. That it's like remove 2 target resonators in your graveyard from the game. And it doesn't say what the other card does. Is if you do put that many +1/+1 counters on it, it actually specifies put 2 +1/+1 counters on it.
Oh yeah. That's cool. I think this could actually be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good for 2. 2, 6,
Be able to
possible.
just
2, 8, 8.
consistently. Yeah.
And then you're playing, let's say, against Runehild, you're removing her targets from her graveyard. That's not bad.
You know, will probably make this card a little too good, but would really be really nice if when you remove their cards from their graveyard, he's still got +1/+1 counters. So just like built up on himself and stuff.
Yeah. That, or I would have liked whenever he attacks or blocks.
Oh, true.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right, last card.
Move the wires, right? No, puppeteer.
Yeah. Mine's called Move the Wires, so.
Move the wires. 5 cost. It's a chant. Put target resonator from a graveyard into the field under your control.
Okay, so nice, straightforward cheat.
Yeah, I like that Black's been getting more Brunhild counters, like specifically Black.
So immediately looking at it, right? It's like, oh, it's a 5 cost. We've had cheaper ones in the past for 4 or even 3, depending on the cost of the resonator type situation. This is interesting if the wording's accurate, because it says from a graveyard into the field under your control, not under the controller's resonator's field. Or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They usually specify if it's like if I'm targeting my opponent's graveyard, it's not coming to my field. Sometimes it's going to their field because it goes to
I see what you're
controller's
saying.
Field as opposed to my field. It's actually specifying my field.
Okay, so I could grab a resonator from your graveyard and put into the field under my control.
This is like Monster.
Monster. I was literally about to say that. I was like, oh, this is Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I really like it all of a sudden. This is super cool.
So is this the first instance we've had of like going into your opponent's graveyard and taking stuff?
Yeah, can we get Dark Revolution is target resonator from your graveyard into the field.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, unless the translation is weird and it got mixed up. It was supposed to be great.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be that because.
Yeah, because it does say Cimetiero at the end after it says your resonator. So yeah.
Un Cimetiero. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, no, like I like that.
Mock me.
That no, I'm just saying like un meaning like a cemetery, a graveyard. Anyways, but yeah, no, especially because like I said, like Black's getting a lot of really good Brunhild kind of counterish kind of cards because this. If they try and like load up, you know, if they say use, well, it's not a good comparison, so I won't say that. But if they have Brunhild and they want to try and reanimate something, or they have, or not Brunhild, Mistletoe, or they have other like 3 cost things that they've tried to chuck in there, like you can take them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if they try and use Sprout to do the whole thing, and then I was like, no, you're not gonna be able to play this after they're trying to Sprout it.
Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing like what kind of shenanigans you can pull off with this card.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about this card. The fact that it's Monster Reborn makes me really excited.
I'm not that excited.
Like this is also a counter for Brunhild because you just grab their Mistletoe before they can.
No, just
grab anything before they can.
I was just saying that.
What do you get? Wait, what?
I mean,
I literally said that for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then you're like, well, this is a good Brunhild counter. Not only did I say that at the very end of us talking about it at first, before you guys realized it was like a graveyard, I said it even after we started talking about it more.
But that's the spoilers.
Yeah,
that's it.
We had some cool stuff. Of course, you know, everything is in the air until you see some true English translations, which who knows if we'll ever see those until you open the packs yourself. But guys, keep an eye out. Joey will have his primer video Friday, and I think I realized that you'll be Friday, so I'll release the gameplay tomorrow. We have an Epic Stories gameplay coming out Thursday then, and we'll see you guys next time.
Pew, pew.
That's all we get out of the new spoilers.
Mm-hmm.